Oh, I guess I didn't finish so. wait, wait. I'm like, oh, okay. But wait, let me tell you why Daniel was evil though. So Daniel felt like his loyalty really belonged to like Israel. And I don't mean Israel as in Jews, as in not Christianity, Judaism. I mean as far as like being a patriot of his homeland, and like he wasn't he a son of David? So he was like somebody important. Oh, he was like a prince, so that changes everything. Um, yeah, so he wasn't just some random person who was a slave who was kidnapped. I didn't realize that, but um, that's me. So you know me. Um, but yeah, so he got kidnapped, and that's why, cause he was like, oh, I could, but and that's also I guess why it's like God held him accountable by putting him in the lion's den. That's why it's like it seemed like the way he wrote it, because he wrote the book of Daniel. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna write it because I'm the victim here. But he wrote it. You know what I'm saying? So he put his view on it, but he got thrown in the lion's den because of his massive failure to comply when God was screaming at him what the copper was for. And he was just like so overwhelmed by just hatred for like the state of things. He didn't like the people they were living with politically. Like from a political standpoint, he didn't like it. He didn't like Persians because of the Hammurabi type of rule that they have, and to be like kidnapped. It's like taking your enemy's child, raising them to do your bidding, and then saying that you're doing it for God. It's like I can't abide this. He was conflicted. He was conflicted. So it's like he wasn't necessarily. It's like he was evil in the eyes of God, but as righteous evil, not righteous evil. Righteous evil, not righteous evil, like wicked, kind of like you're not doing what I tell you to do, but it's like, but I feel this way, and am I wrong for feeling this way? No, you're not. So it's like, on some level, he was able to move on to that legendary phase. You know, it's like the power became this much until it I don't know, it grows outwards. Like I don't want to say explode because it's not like a destruction thing. It's like a creation thing. So, um, yeah. As far as not moving on. There's a word in Pali, tatakata, and it means dust gone. That's suka, suka, sukato. Ah, see, sugato and tatakata. It's like one means like just gone and one means like long gone. So it's even tenses for the type of person that these people become when they, I guess, they being gone. When I say that, it's like they've gone crazy, and going crazy is a lot like going out into a desert. It's a wilderness out there that is like extremely hard to survive and balance, because like when you go crazy, it's not like a desert on earth. It's like a desert that has sands that just continually just shifting, showing you stuff. I mean, for me, in some context, that could be attainable or understandable. It's when you start, you know what I'm saying? You start off, it's always something little. Nobody goes and snaps off the break. You have to kind of get there. And once you get to a point where nothing makes sense anymore, is where a lot of people either snap and they flip, and they no longer make sense at all anymore, because they're just screaming at every voice from every direction because they can't focus. You speak. Now stop. You speak. Now shut up. You speak. And then, like, kind of deal with it, because it's like you don't know what to do with that at first. You're just like, this is fucking crazy, and they're coming from everywhere. So kind of like growing from being kidnapped. And it's like you can't trust anybody around you when you're kidnapped. Nobody, because nobody's on your side. Everybody's here to keep you there, and all you want is to go home. And then, once you grow up and you're bitter because you don't have a home there anymore. This is your home now. This is everything that you ever known. It's like, but you always tried to keep that part of yourself alive, but it's being torn from you and there's nothing you can do about it. It's like all of that was happening to him, but he couldn't say anything because, like, it's like, and for the simple fact that he was able to even keep that to himself, between him and God, who's just like, hey man, like right here, like, hey, what's up? Can I talk to you today? You ready to write? Love. Can you do something today for me? So, just for me. That's cool. I'm gonna come back later. All right. Here you go. so, okay, so he hit it, and that's like, that's the kind of strength that he had. Just like God can't. He's like, at this point where he's breaking and he doesn't understand anything, it's a little blank. It's like maybe he wasn't crying on the outside, but on the inside he was having that breakdown where he's sitting down in the corner, rocking back and forth. And because God is trying to talk to him, but it's gotten to the point now where he can't control not being able to hear him. He can't hear anything anymore. It's like this language don't make no sense, so this one damn sure don't make no sense, because what he's speaking, it's like, it doesn't sound human. I mean, when I heard it for the first time, and I say heard, but it's not really hearing, because it's where I tried. First of all, it was terrifying. I can't just make it seem like I tried to pick it up off the break. It was terrifying because it sounds alien, but no sound that you've ever heard is like this vast. It's like it you feel it all the way down to like here. Like whoever is speaking, it's coming all the way from like a what's the closest sound? Somewhere between like a didgeridoo and the like the Buddhist chanting, like the oh my god, the Mongolian chanting, like, yeah. And the words are just like, oh my goodness. So when I first heard it, I didn't say nothing because I didn't say nothing because when you be thinking that you freaking out like this, when you freak out, that's when you lose your mind. When people losing their mind, it's like your marbles spilling out and people can see. It's like, so a lot of crazy stuff be happening, but I don't react to it, so it looks like I'm chilling. But I know it's happening. I'm just like, well, I'm just watching. Sometimes this stuff is really mind blowing. But if I reacted constantly to the stuff that's happening in this manner, I would never get anything accomplished, because it's like I'm constantly having my mind blown. Like I can't be in awe all day. I'll be just drooling, and that happens too. People go catatonic when this happens. So you have to, when you get gone, the point is you have to keep going, and it doesn't ever get easier. It actually gets harder, but you just have to get stronger. You know that in order to keep going, or you'll fall off, and you can go schizophrenic, you can go catatonic, you can get depressed, like the deep depression where you just like you die from heartbreak. Like you can, all these things can happen. It's a cycle. It's like people just go, they can label you as crazy, and they don't. It's like there's so many things that come before crazy. So um anyway, in this particular scenario, because it's unique to the person, it's unique to their life, it's unique to their experiences. Um, this is how it's spilled out. It was a righteous anger that he kept from God. He should have addressed this early, but he was just so mad. He never wanted to bring it up between him and God because he respected God, but he was so mad. So that's why I was like, but he got thrown in the lion's den um, for his book, basically, because his book is just like I can read. I don't know about other people. I can read these books and see the person who's writing. I see them. Other people just see God, but I see the person and I see them and their past experiences, what they overlay, because I know it's hard to. First of all, he's not speaking English. I don't know what this is. It's not human. Like I don't. I don't think even some equivalent of people in another dimension would not find that awe inspiring. They would like be like, okay, I speak something and you speak something, and we can kind of get over. We could probably even translate and talk to each other, but this shit, like, I tried. So I had to get over it first because I was just kind of like jarred. Not in the same way that if you would hear a demon talking to you. It's kind of as much the same kind of shock though. It has the same shock value, but I wasn't scared. But I was definitely in awe, and so I tried to just say the words, try to keep up with him because he wouldn't slow down. It's like I don't even want you to know. I don't even want you to pick this up. Even if you could, I don't want you to pick it up. I don't have the to really do it justice, but it was like mommy sculpt, and I don't do it justice because it sounds so disgusting when I say it. Like, it just sounds weird, but it's a flow and it sounds like a river, like, and then and it's like a pulsing, not like a pulsing. It's like, okay, you know what it sounds like? It's like a drone, not like a not like a drone. There's a term in music. When it's like something in the background of the music that's constantly, it's a constant. It's not a beat and it's not a harmony or nothing. It's just a constant. Like, yeah. So it's like when he's speaking, it's always on that wavelength. There you go. So I guess I just got that too. So, you know what I mean? And so for him not to be able to hear that was pretty, it was like he earned the right to not hear it. No more explanations because he doesn't feel justified, and I guess that's a mistake on God's part. For that reason, that was a mistake on God's part because he should have tried to rectify it in some way, and maybe he did, but it just wasn't enough because this is what happened. In all these languages, all these new languages, because there were plenty by the time 1200 rolled around. More than a little bit, just because India and China were developing their own, India, China, and like Mongolia and all of that. It was kind of like they existed for a while before this even happened. So what was there just kind of got It was a hodgepodge mix of all of that. And then that just kind of nobody can understand each other now. It's like, okay, now the copper's not gonna get used because he can't hear me, and they're not taking it back. Now the construction workers aren't gonna work because nobody's gonna pay them because we can't take this copper back. And everybody just dropped it. They just dropped it, and like the financials never recovered. So that's why I got ruined. Mm. He never wanted to tell me that. It was like he was embarrassed to tell me that. See? Aww. So, yeah, but it, no, I was, okay, another time. Okay.